week one is almost in the books. So I wanted to make week two's video and get it out to you guys and go over a couple things. I wanted to do a week one wrap up, and then afterwards I'll go into week two, what to expect and everything else. So the first thing is I just got done clearing out the progress reports for the non-clients in Holland. And so far, great job, everybody. Great results. For the most part, everybody's really on track of where they're supposed to be. Some people have seen incredible results for just 4 days. And going into that very quickly, obviously, the big thing for some people is discouragement over progress, right? And the way that your mind works, this is a big thing. So there was one example, for instance, they lost 3.5 pounds and 4 inches, and they were disappointed. They thought they would see bigger numbers. Keep in mind that you started Monday, so you had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You literally had 4 days of dieting. 4 days of dieting, and you lost practically 4 pounds and 4 inches. That's 1 pound and 1 inch a day. That's incredible. Like, if you're expecting to lose more than that, you should go spend a lot of money on surgery, because that's the only other way you're going to do it. Keep in mind that our program is based on fat loss. It is not based on weight loss. Remember the things that we measure in order of importance: picture, inches, body fat, percentage, then scale on the bottom. Scale is on the bottom for a reason, because it is the least important thing that we care about. Will the scale correlate down as you keep going through the program? Yes, it will. That being said, look at the positives of things. So don't be disappointed if you only lost 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 1 pound, 1 inch, whatever it might be. Look at it as that's an inch that I worked off, that I don't ever have to have again if I choose not to, and move forward. Okay, you'll notice that the quote, at least in the Holland boot camp on our quote of the week board right now, is "Don't look back. You're not going that way." And I wrote that this week for a reason. It's because that's what I want you thinking: is every pound that comes off is a step in the right direction. Okay, so you all made the conscious commitment to do this 6-week program or to do this 12-week program, and that's what I want you to focus on: is going hard for that amount of time that you have and working hard towards that. Now, with that being said, I want to get into one thing that I have noticed, and I'm sure it's the same way in Grand Haven as it typically is every challenge. So week one, if you are a first timer and this is your first week working out with us, okay, you're probably really sore. Sorry. It's probably my fault. Do apologize. That's the trainer's fault. That's a good thing, though. We want to be sore, right? Our body isn't used to this. We're taking a step out on a limb. So that's a good thing to be sore. That being said, as week 2 comes around, as week 3 comes around, you get more used to the format of how workouts go. You can push yourself a little bit harder. You start to feel better. I encourage you to do that. I encourage you to truly sell out at every workout. A big problem that some people have is they think that the minimum effort is good enough, right? So what I always say is, if you give the minimum effort, you're going to get the minimum results, right? So if you're only showing up the minimum of 3 days a week, you're not going 100%, and you're getting through the meals, and it's just not a big deal, are you going to see great results? No, you're going to see minimum results because you're giving minimum effort. So the reason that we always say sell out, go 100%, all or nothing type deal is because that's literally how we want you to approach this. Is if you dedicate this time to get better for yourself, truly take that time to get better for yourself. It's a half hour, right? It's a half hour workout. Go as hard as you can, okay? I'm not saying kill yourself. Understand your body and know how it works, but push yourself harder. I've seen so many people who are timid, and it's because they're in a new environment, and I get that. So this week, my challenge for you is to really push that extra effort out a little bit, because it's super important to really maintain that focus, maintain that drive, and push yourself to become better and stronger. I know in Holland, and I saw in Grand Haven too, is, we do physical challenges. So things like push-up challenges, speed burpee challenges, plank challenges. The reason we do those is because we want to make sure that not only are you losing weight and inches and body fat, but you're actually getting stronger. You're actually getting functionally stronger, and you're gaining endurance. and you're doing things like that. And that's why we test these things. So I wanted to put that out there as well. But the big thing to go along with minimum effort is taking the time to watch things like this, to read the information that we send out, to read through prior posts. The big thing that I want you to take away is every time that you decide that you're too lazy and you want someone else to answer the question for you, that's not helping you get better, right? So if you know the information's there, all of our stuff is always in the file section of the Facebook group. So if you can't find anything, it's in there. If somebody made a post, search for their name, find the post. If you have to scroll for a couple minutes to find the post you were looking for, so be it, okay? Make sure that you're reading everything that the trainers post, everything that we send you via email, because all the information is there. It is there for a reason. Now, when it comes to asking, can I have XYZ PDQ, XYZ PDQ, XYZ PDQ, XYZ PDQ, again, you're going to hear me say it 100 times, stick to the list. That's fine. But the goal of 6 weeks from now, right, is we don't want you to put the weight back on. We want to teach you how to read nutrition labels, how to pair food properly, how to maintain a healthy lifestyle, how our programs work. Okay, this is what we want for you. If we just say, do this, and every time you get lazy, you say, well, what's this? I know it was posted, but I don't feel like searching for it. You're lazy. Take the time to go find it. If you can't send your progress report in on time, it's 5 minutes. You're lazy. Sorry. That's the truth. I'm not being mean. I'm being honest. It's 5 minutes. You can do this. You can take 5 minutes of your time. If it means you have to get out of bed 5 minutes early to send in a report, it means you have to get out of bed 5 minutes early to send in a report. I don't know what else to tell you. Make sure that you're researching information. All the information is sent out to you via email and then put into the file section. I promise you, I have answered questions literally verbatim 10, 15, 25 times. And they are literally in the information we have sent you, word for word. Exactly to what you're asking, exactly to where you're supposed to send stuff, exactly to if this counts, to all that stuff. When the workout is, where the schedule is, what's going on. All that stuff is there, okay? So don't give minimum effort in that part as well. Research these things, learn these things, find what the lists are, find ways that work. Research this stuff because it's only going to help you in the end. The reason that the challengers from Grand Haven who have done prior challenges are so full of information is not because they just said, oh, okay, and if they didn't know something, they didn't go find out, or if they had the information, they didn't read it. It's because they've committed 100% to learning the best that they can, that learning all the information and doing the best that they can do. That is something that they have done. And that's why they seem so knowledgeable, is because they've taken the time to learn the information and to truly go through it. And as you can see, as the week went on, people became smarter and smarter and smarter, and you started to see people starting to get it and starting to figure it out. But you're never going to get it or figure it out if you don't take the time to read the information, watch the nutritional video, go through all that stuff. It's just not going to make sense to you if you don't do that. And that's not my fault, right? That's not the trainer's fault. You have to take some ownership to the point of making sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and putting in the time that it takes. I understand everybody's busy. Trust me. For as busy as you might be, if it's important, you'll make time. If it's not, you'll make excuses. That's all I got to say about that. Now, the big thing else is I've had a lot of questions so far in the progress reports about, continuing on and things like that. And that goes right into our programs, right? So our concept and the way that we do things is we are driven by results. We are a results-oriented facility. Whether it be Grand Haven or Holland, it is the same exact thing, okay? We want to make sure that you get results, that you move in a forward direction, and even after 6 weeks, the one thing that I did read a couple times, which scared me a little bit, and I've got to be honest with you, it did scare me a little bit, was when people were like, I can't wait for this 6 weeks to see where I'm at by the end. Fitness and health is not a 6-week journey. It's a lifelong journey. So the goal of this 6-week program is to jumpstart that program and to push you in the right direction and to show you that you can do it and to prove to yourself that you can do it. So I hope that, you don't look at this as, okay, I'm just going to do this for 6 weeks and then I'm good to go, because you know what? Then you're going to be like those New Year's resolution people who do something for 6 weeks and quit. And we don't want that, right? We want to change our lives. We want to be healthier and we want to be better for the rest of our life. So don't just think about 6 weeks. Understand that our program is designed to help you for years and years and years down the road. We want you to get to your ultimate health goal, to continue to stay at that goal and to maintain. A lot of people lose weight and then they put it back on. And our program is designed to help you not do that. We have so much accountability, so many different programs with all the training, the community, and everything else. We are here to help you 100%. So take pride in the fact that you have become part of something that is designed to help you move forward over the next year at the very minimum, right? Now, going into week 2, what do we need to know? Okay, so what we need to know for week 2 is this is going to be your lowest weight loss week. Okay, as far as weight goes, this will be your lowest loss week. Why? We're adding carbs back in, right? So if you read your game plan, which if you haven't, again, it's in the file section, go read it. It will tell you exactly what you're doing week 2, but week 2 will always be our lowest weight loss week. Again, we don't want you weighing yourself until weigh-in day. Do not weigh yourself every day. The number on that scale should not dictate how you do. Remember, as Matt sent out in his email, stress raises cortisol, which inhibits fat burning, right? And we don't want to do that. We want to burn fat, not stress ourselves out because the scale said a number that we didn't like, right? It's a number. It's all about feeling, inches, pictures, all that stuff, not the scale. So stay off the scale until weigh-in day, okay? Stay off the scale until weigh-in day. That's number one thing. The second thing is when you do get on the scale, understand that if you literally stayed at the same weight, if you were disciplined all week and stayed at the same weight, because we added in carbs and all that water weight's going to come back on, you probably actually lost 2 or 3 pounds. So if you stayed the same, you probably lost 2 or 3 pounds. That's awesome, right? Healthy fat loss, healthy weight loss is 1 to 2 pounds a week, okay? It is 1 to 2 pounds a week. It is not 8 pounds every week. That is unhealthy. You would die if you kept losing weight at that increment. Like, your body can't handle that. That's not how it's designed to do. What we want you to do is take the weight off, keep it off. Take the fat off, keep it off. And we want you to build some muscle. So that's why the scale's not going to move much this week. We're adding in carbs. You're going to have that water weight start to come back onto your system. So understand that going forward, okay? That this week, and you'll hear us say it all week long, is going to be your lowest weight loss week. That being said, you do get to have carbs again. Now here's the trick with week 2, is you've seen a lot of posts, well, can I have this, can I have this, can I have this? And we always say not during deplete week. Now, what I don't want anyone to think is that once we get off of deplete week, that all this stuff is now free game, because that's completely wrong. It is not. We have macros set up for a reason. We still want your body to learn how to burn body fat and carbs so that your body's using both energy systems properly, okay? We want you to still burn fat. For that reason, do not load up on, oh, well, it's not deplete week, so I'm going to put onions and everything. I'm going to put all my lemons and stuff. I'm going to use all this other crap. Again, you can add some of that stuff back in, but keep in mind that it all counts, right? It all counts. We want our carb meal after our workout, preferably. That's the best time to have our carb meal. And it's we believe in carb timing very, very seriously. So I was actually watching a video by a doctor who's also a bodybuilder, Lane Norton. If you haven't heard of him, he's probably one of the #1 names in fitness right now. He's one of the best trainers in the world, one of the top natural bodybuilders in the world, and he has his PhD. And I watch a lot of his information, and there was actually a study that shows that right after your workout, having about 30 to 40 grams of carbs in that post-workout meal will actually increase protein muscle synthesis. Now, do you need carbs after your workout? No. The difference, if having 30 to 40 grams of protein and 30 to 40 grams of carbs, the difference was about this much, right? So you're still going to get the effects if you're having your protein after a workout, which is why we have you in such high protein right now. But then if you add those carbs, there is a small increase, right? So we want you to get the most benefit out of that. So that's why we add that carb meal after you work out. Now, obviously, if it's a day that you're not working out or whatever, try to do first thing in the morning or at dinner, so that way you go at least 24 hours. We want your carb-free window to be as large as possible, okay? So the big thing is obviously enjoy your carb meal. Take it with what it's worth. Don't go over. Enjoy your fruit, enjoy your oatmeals, enjoy your sweet potatoes, whatever it is. Make sure you're still portioning everything out. It's not a go crazy meal, okay? We still want to keep your carbs low. We want your body to continue to burn body fat. So keep your carbs where they're supposed to be. Stick to your macros, and you're going to see incredible results this week, especially in inches. Also remember too that not only do you have the rest of today and Saturday, but you also have all of Sunday where you're still depleting up until your cheat meal. So you're going to weigh less on Sunday than you do right now. We just do check-ins every Friday, so that way we have time to get them back to you before Monday starts and before the weekend in case we need to make any changes, right? So that's why your progress reports are due on Friday, is so that we can get them to you in time to make any adjustments you need to for the week. Okay, so that's why we do them on Friday. If we wanted to, have the best results, we would do it on Sunday this week and Saturday next week and yada, yada, yada. That being said, we need to be able to get the information back to you as soon as possible. So I am super proud of all of you so far. You guys have done absolutely amazing your first week. I know it was a little rocky at the start and there was a ton of questions, but that's normal, right? Questions mean we want to learn. So take pride in how well you've done for your first week. Get ready for week 2. Understand again, it's going to be your lowest weight loss week of the challenge. That's okay. We're prepared for that, right? We're not going to let anything get in our way. We're going to stay motivated. We're going to stay strong. We're going to keep going in that positive direction. Good job this week, and we will see you guys next week.